Cheng Li Hui.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion. Sir, when I was a little girl, I witnessed my grandmother's displeasure for the first time in 1984. It was polling day. My cousin had told her not to go to the polling center since she walked slowly with a limp. She jumped and said, "You have no idea how important government is. This is the best government in the world. They have taken care of us. I'm going to vote." Needless to say, she got her way. My grandmother and her generation of pioneers, as well as subsequent generations of Singaporeans, witnessed what the government had done for the country and the people, and they trusted our leaders. Their faith in what the country can achieve together, people and government hand in hand. Sir, I believe most people trust that the government is doing a good job, and they continue to look to the government to make a difference in their lives, so that they and their children can get ahead and stay ahead. This trust has been built up over the last 50, 60 years by successive PAP governments. This is what made my grandmother's generation feel grateful for a good government. Sir, this faith in the government is something very precious. In this day and age, when trust in governments worldwide has been declining, we have to continuously strive to ensure that trust in our government is not and will not be eroded. I know we have heard this before, but I still want to repeat it because it is important. Once lost, it is difficult to bring back. Unfortunately, in the last few months, a spate of accidents and incidents have grabbed the headlines and shaken this confidence in our government. I don't need to repeat them all, but there are two I wish to mention as they are of concern to my residents. First, the case of MediShield Life paying out only $450 of a senior citizen's post-subsidy bill, which amounted to nearly $4,500. Mr. Speaker, Singaporeans were told that MediShield Life was introduced to provide them with peace of mind when they faced huge medical bills. When it was reported that MediShield Life only paid $450 out of the $4,500 bill, it was quite a shock. Some of my residents thought that there had been a big mistake. Worse still, the government was trying to cover up or sweep the matter under the carpet. I'm glad that MOH and her GPC members have come out quickly to explain. MOH has also promised to review MediShield Life insurance claim limits, and this is how the matter should be handled. If it was a mistake, just make things right again. If it was a misunderstanding or a special case, let's lay out the facts to the people. At the end of the day, if we provide a proper explanation to the people, they will understand, and they can be reassured that MediShield Life does work as intended. If we do not do that, there will be lingering doubts on what the government has said about MediShield Life. And this is not good for the government because trust and confidence will be gradually eroded away. Mr. Speaker, I had a discussion with my activists after the budget speech, and most felt that the government does not explain matters clearly enough. But the fact is, our people also tend not to pay attention to things that concern them. For example, when I asked them what is the price of water, or how much does it cost if you drink 2 liters of water for 365 days, no one got it right. This is despite the government's efforts to communicate this over the past many years. By the way, the answer is $2. It costs us $2 per year to drink 2 liters of water, clean, safe drinking water that flows out of our taps 365 days a year. Therefore, it is understandable that when social media circulated that the government shifted the payout age for CPF retirement sum scheme to 70, people thought they had missed some announcement. Today, the payout eligibility age for the retirement sum scheme is still 65 for those born from 1954 onwards. This has been the case since 2007. But for people to think that the government can secretly change the age shows that some people, and I hope it's a minority, do not follow the news or tend to think the worst of our government. I'm glad my parliamentary colleagues filed many questions on this, and Minister Josephine Teo has clarified. But it does show that we should work harder at our communication and make it more easily understood. Some government agencies no longer have counter services, or perhaps they are inadequate. Some seniors and even blue-collar persons aged 40 and above who are not so comfortable with the internet still require face-to-face explanation. For example, give people an option to book an appointment at age 65 to meet a CPF officer. It is like buying an insurance annuity. The customer service should explain the details to the citizen. We cannot afford to have our people confused. then their trust and confidence in our government will be affected. Mr. Speaker, this year the mood is reflective as we commemorate our bicentennial. We must create opportunities and encourage our schools, families, grandparents to share stories, to remember our past, and not to take our current peace and prosperity for granted. Last year, when I chaired the River Hongpao Organizing Committee, I was showing my parliamentary colleagues around, and a man in his 40s came out and said, "I saw the exhibition in the news. I thought, what's the big deal?" After looking at the three-room flat, the old three-room flat mock-up, and remembering my past, I came out and looked around at the skyscrapers, and I am grateful. We have come so far. Pointing to his primary school daughter next to him, he said, "She does not know how I'm feeling. She's fortunate." This year, the exhibition was taken to greater heights with an informative exhibition of our history. As this is only the beginning of our celebrations, I hope down the road we will have more and better opportunities to encourage interactions between our seniors and family and to nurture our Singapore identity. In Mandarin, sir. 今年是新加坡开埠200周年，在我们反思历史的当儿，我们必须创造机会，多鼓励我们的学校、家庭、祖父祖母们多分享一些开埠时期的故事。去年我担任春道河畔工委会主席时，带领一些议员参观实景展览《我的家，我的新年》。当时有一位40多岁的国人与我的同事说，他原本在参观实景展之前，并没有觉得这个展览有什么特别。可是当他看到以前三房式祖屋的设置，让他回想起以往的过去。在他踏出展览场时，他看到周围的摩天大厦，他不禁感触万端。他便告诉我们说，他现在的心情是女儿无法体会的。我们应该对目前的和平、繁荣与稳定，抱着一颗感恩的心。今年的春道河畔更加丰富精彩，通过展览讲述新加坡的历史与发展。Mr. Speaker, there is simply no shortcut in earning the people's trust and confidence. The key ingredients are delivering for the people, having accountability and transparency, as well as being consistent in our communication across the board. I started my speech by recounting what my grandmother said many years ago. You have no idea how important government is. This is the best government in the world. They have taken care of us. I hope, and I'm optimistic, that what she said then will continue to resonate with younger Singaporeans. With this budget, let's persist and continue to work together for our people and our country, and do our part in co-creating the future we want for ourselves and our children. I support this budget. Thank you.